Have you ever crocheted something and then it's like the best thing you've ever crocheted or knit and it's really beautiful, and then you just have it sitting on the shelf for like ever and you never wear it, or you never hang it up because it just doesn't fit your style, or I don't know. Does that ever happen to you? Because that happens to me all the time. Like so many things like crochet and knit are like cool and fun, but I never use it because they're impractical for some reason. And I'm not saying that that's like a bad thing, or I'm not telling you you should change the way you crochet or knit, or that you shouldn't just crochet things because they make you happy, because I am all for that. But today's video, I wanted to share with you some projects that I have crocheted and knit that I actually use on the regular, either every day or frequently. Like I wear them every week in the season that they're in. Let's get into it. I just wanted to show off my top 10 most used crochet and knit pieces that I have made. I have 5 knit pieces and 5 crochet pieces, and I have them spread out like every other piece just for variety's sake. So that's the plan. So let's get into the first item. So first, our knit socks. So this is like the most basic pair of knit socks you could make, and I love them so much. I made them in this very classic brown color. I love them. They're wool, and this was my first time knitting a pair of socks. Was this pair, and I think they turned out really pretty, really nice. They have a bit of like pilling on the yarn, but it's because I wear them a lot. And like I don't mind that they're kind of felting in some spots, like right here, because it keeps me warm still. So I like wearing these in the winter, and they go with so many of my outfits because they're so simple. So these are a for sure staple, and if you've ever wanted to knit socks, I recommend it. I've had people say like, ask about knitting socks and if it's hard or anything, because like socks are so small. And like that is challenging, I feel like, but socks are not as hard to knit as I thought they would be. Like they're kind of not too bad. So I definitely recommend it. If you have an itch to knit socks, I say go for it, because most people, I feel like, if they want to knit socks and then they start knitting socks, I feel like they like it. So yeah, that's my spiel. But I love these. I wear these all the time in the winter. For context, I live in Minnesota, which is in the north, so it gets pretty cold. It's like cold out today, like around 30 or 40 degrees Fahrenheit in November. So I'll be wearing these. Maybe I'll wear these later today or tomorrow. So let's move on to the next item. So the next one I have is totally different. So this is a crochet piece, and this is one I usually wear in the summer. So it's kind of the opposite. This is my check mesh tank top, and I wear this all the time. I like wearing this with either like a pink tank top underneath or a blue tank top underneath or a white turtleneck, and I think it's just really adorable. This yarn is so pretty. It has purple and blue and dark purple and white in it. It's called Blueberry from Lion's brand, but it's like a discontinued cotton. It's cotton also. So I don't like recommending the yarn because it's so pretty that I fear you'll want it, but it's not made anymore. So yeah, it's called Blueberry Cotton by Lion's brand, and it's just so pretty. So I really like this top. This is a pattern I came up with myself, and like I have a video tutorial if you want to watch it and make your own. I like this pattern because it's super versatile, and like wearing it's really versatile as well. Like I said, you can wear it over a tank top or over a turtleneck, and this is one I wear all the time. I wore this one at markets a lot this summer when it was hot out. This was my go-to piece for wearing to markets. I'll insert some footage of me wearing it if I have any. Yeah, and I also wore this at another event, another market, like, yeah. So I just like this, wearing this one. And this is probably my favorite summer top to wear also, because it's like also kind of, I like the coverage, like it's kind of high neckline, but it's mesh at the same time. So I don't know, I really like this one. I think I did a good job, and I made this pattern in multiple colors, which that's a sign that I really like a pattern and that I find it useful, is if I make it multiple times. So you'll see that as a theme throughout. So let's move on to the third piece. And this, speaking of multiple colors, this is one that I've actually made in 3 colors. So I brought all 3 out, but I'll just start with this white one. So this is a knit beanie, and it's so pretty. This is like a really one of my favorite pieces I've ever made. And I wear it all the time. So this is like, the white yarn is a Rios, or not Rios, the Melage Brio worsted weight yarn in some cream or white color. And then the colorful yarn is a mohair yarn. And it's like the most beautiful mohair I've ever seen. It's like variegated with all these pretty blues, orange, browns, greens, like a whole array of colors. So I really like this one. And I also made this hat twice in this colorway. I made one for me and one for my mom. So I love that. I really, really like this yarn. So yeah, I like this hat. And then this pattern was really easy. The pattern is called the Bankhead Beanie by Susie Gourlay. And it's a free knitting pattern on Ravelry using worsted weight yarn. So I also made it in black. And this yarn is, I think this is the same yarn as this, the worsted weight Melage Brio in black. And I wear this one all the time, just a little black beanie. I feel like one of the bandits from Home Alone, sticky bandits. And then I made one recently in gray. So I've gone ham on this pattern, and I think it's just the perfect beanie. I don't think I need any other hat pattern in my life because this is the perfect beanie, and it really matches my style and, like, you know, makes me happy. So that's item number 3. Let's move on to the 4th one. So this is another winter accessory item. So like I said, I live in the north, so I wear winter accessories, and it's something that I can kind of wear multiple times a week. Like the hats I wear multiple times a week. And this is another one. These are leg warmers. So this is my only pair of leg warmers I've ever made, and they're so warm. This is made out of alpaca yarn, and then it's held double with that same rainbow mohair that I was showing you in the last video. And it just made the most beautiful little warm, very warm pair of leg warmers. So since they're warm, I actually like wearing them. Yeah. So this one I just wear all the time because if my ankles get cold, sometimes I also wear these ones in the house, like in the morning in winter, or if I have to take my dog out or anything like that. You'll see me in my leg warmers. So I really like this one. And I think that's all I have to say. They're just really cute. Oh, another thing is that they look really good with my Uggs. I have Ugg minis, and these just like kind of plop on top of my Uggs, and then my Uggs are sitting there and they're like the same color. It's like perfection. So I really like these. And also, so many good things about these and practical things, but also these were made out of scrap yarn because I had this alpaca yarn left over after I made a sweater, and I had enough to make a full pair of leg warmers. So these are just perfect all around. I actually wear them. They were scrappy. They're cute. They were fashionable. Amazing job. I love this pattern. Good job, Julia. Julia's the designer. Love this pattern. They're so Julia. Ah. Okay, next is this purse. So this is a fuzzy knit purse. I wear this one all seasons. And it's, yeah, I'll show you it closer because it's kind of hard to tell. You can't even really tell it's a knit at this point because it's kind of felted together. So I brought this bag that I don't wear as often just to show you like what it looks like when it's not felted, kind of. So yeah, these are like the same pattern for bags, but this one is using some fuzzy yarn. I think this was a Karen latte cake or Karen cloud. Oh, a Karen cloud cake yarn. And what started out as a really fuzzy bag, and now it's kind of a felted furry bag. And it's just cute and matches, like whenever I wear jeans, I'll throw this on. I'd wear it with this outfit. It's just super casual. I feel like a very understated little purse. And the inside is lined with pink. And I hand sewed it in, and it doesn't button close or anything like that. It just is sort of open. Just a simple purse, and I like it. So I really like this one, and I end up wearing this one a lot because it's so casual and easy to grab. I keep it right by my door, so I love it. And I only ever, when I go out, I bring my phone, keys, wallet. And that all fits in here. So I love my little purses. This is a big one. So this is like one, it's kind of unexpected to be one of my most used items, but you can kind of tell it's worn down because I wear it all the time. This is the Etch-a-Sweater is the name of the pattern, and it's just this super cute oversized sweater I made. I crocheted it. And the pattern is cool because it had like an Etch-a-Sketch, and you could fill it in with whatever pattern you wanted. There was like 6 options. One of them being a dog, and that's why I made it. I made it look like my dog also. I love the way this dog looks, and it looks just like my dog in real life, so I really like the sweater. In the back, I put my name on it because I'm conceited. This is a little embarrassing to wear this in public, but also very rewarding. One time I wore this sweater to Caribou to get a coffee, and the barista, whose name is Liz, because I know that because we have the same name, and she was like my regular barista at the time, she told me she liked my sweater, and I said, oh, well, you're gonna like the back. And then I went, boom, and she liked it. So that was really silly and an enjoyable time. So I have good memories in the sweater, and it's like one of the best fitting things. It's huge. The sleeves have unfortunately grown and grown and grown and grown. So it's like an Ariana Grande sleeve moment, like they're very oversized. So I have to roll them up. But yeah, this one I really like. And I mostly wear this one around the house, honestly. I feel a little bit embarrassed to have a sweater with my name on it. I usually try and just roll with it, but there is that slight embarrassment there. And it's, yeah, this is sort of, I don't know, it's sort of in between. It's like, it's a little bit out there and like handmade vibe, but also since it's gray and has a decent fit, I don't mind wearing it out, and like I feel comfortable in it, and I wear it all the time. So this is my most worn and my most washed. I also wash this one in my like machine washer and dryer, and it's held it up to the test of time. And also I never weaved in my ends and it's held up. So I love this piece overall. Makes me very happy, and I wore the heck out of it. This is one of the first sweaters I've ever made, and I've worn it so many times. That's why I had to choose it. I was only going to include one sweater because I love wearing my crochet and knit sweaters. So I had to make it be this one because I think this one has gotten the most wear time by far. So I love that. Okay, up next is a knit piece because we're alternating. My knit slippers. So right now there's these really super trendy felted knit slippers that I really want to make, but I can't crochet right now. I bought the yarn for the new slippers and I started making a gauge swatch, but my hands are hurt and I can't knit right now, so I'm jealous. I'm so jealous of everyone knitting right now. But anyways, these are some slippers I have knit in the past if you want some more knit slipper inspo. And you can also make these with yarn you already have in your stash. I swear, if you have acrylic, like worsted weight leftover yarn, you'll be able to make these with yarn in your stash. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, so I made these slippers for myself in yellow, and they're just really cute and comfortable, super simple design. I bought the pattern off of Etsy, but I know that this is like a common slipper pattern kind of maybe, so maybe you could find another version on YouTube or something as well that's similar but different, that sort of looks like these. I love mine. I like the color I did. I chose a mustardy yellow for myself, and this is the first time I made these. I've made these a few times, and I've made them for me and my partner and his brother, and I've made them 2 years in a row for them, so I've made a lot of pair of slippers, honestly. So, and I enjoy doing it. I think it's fun, and I would like to knit some more slippers. So one of my most worn items also, because I like wearing it in the morning or at night when I just need some extra warmth on my feet. Like right now I'm wearing these slippers, just like a similar vibe, but not homemade, so I don't like them as much. So I'd rather be wearing my homemade slippers. Hashtag, I'd rather be wearing my handmade knit slippers. So yeah, this is also a good Christmas gift idea. Good idea. They don't take very long to make because they're like held double, so they work up really fast. Okay. On to my next item. So this one's so practical. It's scary how practical it is. So I have this like purse that my mom gifted me. Thank you, Mom, if you're watching this. I love my purse. But I have this purse, and on it is this strap, and the strap is like just this black strap, and it was kind of cutting into my neck whenever I would wear it. I would wear this purse a lot, like going on motorcycle rides, and so to fix that problem, I crocheted this. It's like a band made out of cotton. It's mostly this like white cream cotton, and then it has these like tulips. And it's just this cute little pattern. I just made it up by myself and just crocheted it right onto it. And it protects my neck from getting sliced into. So I really appreciate this item, and it's practical, and you know, I use it all the time, and I never talk about it, or like, I mean, don't really have much to say about it either, but I use it all the time, and it's practical. It's just like, where can you find little places in your life to use crochet? This is one of my favorite places I've ever used crochet, and it makes me feel good when I use it. Okay, up next we have a staple piece. Everyone needs this in their wardrobe, I feel like, if you live somewhere cold at least. And that is a chunky scarf. In particular, a white one. I love this. This is the first thing I ever knit. And it's one of my most worn pieces. I love the heck out of this thing. It's made using chunky, I think I was using Big Twist chunky wool acrylic yarn. And it's just perfect. I just did a garter stitch and knit for as long as I could bear to try and make it a full-length scarf. And thankfully it's like expanded a little bit over time as well. So yeah, I love this scarf. I think I did a really good job. And I wear it all the time. It's very cozy, and it keeps me really warm. It's like so thick, so I can just wrap it around myself and even wrap it around my head if I want, and keep the wind from getting to me. So I love this one. I really recommend a chunky scarf. If you haven't knit yourself a chunky scarf, what are you doing? If you like scarves, do it. It's not too bad. And if it's chunky, it's easier, because scarves take so long to make up, like knit or crochet. Crochet scarves are like the bane of my existence, I feel like, but a chunky knit scarf is something I might be able to get behind, you know? Okay, I would like to make a Sophie scarf too, maybe, or maybe a Sophie hood. I've seen those, and they're very cute, and they look warm and pretty, so I'd like to try that too, maybe, but for now, my chunky scarf is going to get me through another winter, so I'm very happy about that. Up last, I saved my most used item of all time for last, and that is coasters. So they aren't just coasters. Also, I have like a lot to say about these. So these are like a pattern I made myself. If you want it, here it is. You can screenshot it. But I made this up myself. So I made these by just taking two strands of cotton worsted weight yarn and crocheting into a magic ring into a circle and doing some increases. And then on the last row, I kind of don't do any increases, so it has this lip, and that makes it so it can be a basket for your trinkets and notions. I love this. So I always keep little trinkets and notions in these, and also my coffee. So right now in front of me I have my coffee in my white trinket tray. And these I store one on each desk, and then two on my windowsill to hold trinkets, my trinkets, and my little notions. So this is my favorite and most used item. And I also think these ones are kind of aesthetic because they're just simple, you know, like they're just like, I have coasters that are flowers or a ghoster, but these are just simple and understated and kind of go with my office aesthetic, which is kind of just all over the place, but the colors are nice and neutral and fun, and I like making them. They're kind of fun. They only take me like 15 minutes to make. So I might make more one day, but I have one in each color that I want right now, so maybe I'm good. But I definitely recommend making a coaster and making one you like. Like, it doesn't have to be this pattern, but finding a coaster you think would be good for you, or a little trinket tray if you're the type of person to accumulate lots of little dishes, which I am. Make yourself one. So that is everything. Those are my top 10 most used items that I've ever crocheted or knit. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Let me know if you have a most used crochet item, like if you have something like on your backpack or like a little purse or something that you use all the time. Let me know, because I'm curious. And if you have any other like household items, I always find that interesting to hear what people are actually using that they handmade. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will catch you guys in an upcoming video. Bye.